Okay, here it is, folks. I'm going to give you my survival kit. I'm going to follow this up soon with a video on should Christians be preppers. I'm a Christian. If you look and see what I got here, yeah, you tend to think that I believe you should be preppers. And I live in an area where hurricanes do occur. I've seen where people were without power for weeks or even months at a time. So it's always good to be prepared. You never know when a tornado might come and mess your house up. You got to leave. It could be a number of reasons that you might have to bug out. But I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to show you in my other video, bugging out is one thing. And there is an application for your bug out bags. But survival is another thing. Times are coming, they're going to make it really bad. And you need to be like a good Boy Scout and be prepared. Okay, so here's my cat pack. Sorry, this probably isn't going to look real good on the video, but I just want to show you now. I've been a Cub Scout, a Boy Scout, and a Scoutmaster. I've spent over 200 days of my life camping out in the wilderness. But I want to show you some of my things here, and this is more of a survival bag. And you need to consider that, not just a get-by bag, Now here, I've just been repacking this. This whole thing is still not totally organized. I'm on a very low budget since this city and state have shut my business down illegally. Most of these things I'm going to show you. This bag here, nice bag. I found it while bicycle riding. Let me show you what else I found. Found this rechargeable radio. $140 radio. And it works too. But we're not going to get into that right now, okay? I'm here to show you my survival bag and maybe give you some ideas. But anyway, I had this bag. I had my cheap Walmart cooking kit, which I kept in the box. I have a bunch of things in here besides the cooking kit, but in order to keep this video short, I'm not going to go through all of that right now. I do have several sheets of tinfoil in here also. And I have these are glycerin. And when you take glycerin, or these may be the olive oil, I'm not sure yet, but if you take these and you mix some of the liquid with some of the powder in these, which is potassium permanganate, it'll start a fire on its own. You don't need any spark or flame. It'll start a fire. Yeah, this one I know is olive oil, so I believe those are olive oils because I would keep them apart. Now here's one of Harbor Freight fire starters. They do work okay. I have another one, but that's with another kit. I put a bunch of vitamins in here, multiple vitamins, and vitamin D. Now this is my cooking kit here, and like I say, and in here are all kinds of spices and other things to help with fire starting and the likes. Okay, now on this side, I was needing something bigger. This kit, that's a pretty small pan. I don't have a military canteen anymore, which are great, with the metal cup and everything. So I needed something in order to be able to cook larger things. If I want to make a stew or something, heck, if I got a squirrel I want to cook or anything. So I went to a dollar store and they had these stainless dog water bowls for $1. Hey, for $1 and a stainless steel, you can't beat it. Now in here, I have a fire starting kit, which once again, I'm not going to get into all of that right now. And a bunch more of the Easy Light My Fires. Now I will be marketing these. They're very simple. I have to give you a video to show you how good they are at starting fires. Like I said, you just put the powder down. You can put your kindling over it. Put a few drops of the liquid on there. And generally in about 3 to 5 seconds, you're going to see smoke. And then spark. And before you know it, you got a flame. Okay, so that's my cooking kit. And there's actually room to put a little more food in here because I do have a separate bag for my food, although I do have some food in here. because I don't know how much I'll be able to carry at one given time. And I'm going to tell you, when the doo-doo hits the fan, it's going to happen quick. So you better do like a good Boy Scout and be prepared. Oh, by the way, this bowl, I don't know if you noticed, I had to cut it and bend the edges a little to fit in this bag, but that's okay. And I'm going to take a coat hanger or some other type of metal and make a removable handle for it. So anyway, here's my cook kit. All convenient. Hangs on the outside of my pack that had been inside till I found that bag. Okay. I put carabiners all over this thing to help me to carry things. Like I say, I want to keep a lot on the outside of the bag because I still have room on the inside of the bag. But now here, and I got plenty more to put in this, and I need to find something different to put it in. Like I say, this is a very low budget kit, but I can live off this. This is my first aid kit. Here's a bunch of bandaging in case you get a sprain or anything. I got lots of band-aids and gauze tape. Actually, I got a whole bunch more stuff to put in here. Several pairs of rubber gloves. Some scissors. And I do have another pair with the rest of the kit. This is a bunch of Q-tips. Q-tips and aspirin. The Q-tips can come in handy for a lot of things besides cleaning your ears. And then another small box. Old box my mom gave me from Germany. I got in here, I got tweezers. I got more gauze tape. Toothpaste. There's a lot of things in here. I don't want to get into this right now. Like I say, I'm going to be redoing it anyway. I need another container. But there's a lot of stuff in here for such a small package. First aid can be extremely important. I mean, just think. If you're out there and you're going down along a gully and you slip and fall and cut yourself badly, you know what? You need to take care of that. You don't want it getting infected. Okay, now, also right here on this carabiner, I have a flashlight hanging here. So I have easy access. Right up here, I got this knife. It's not much knife. By the way, I found this too. I found another knife also. Actually, this knife, yeah, I believe this is what I found. Or it may have come with some of my cooking stuff, but I did find the sheath along with a rusty old fish and bird knife, which may be in here. I'm not sure. Okay, over on this side, I have this empty maple syrup bottle from my canteen. Like I said, I don't have a military canteen right now. I wish I did, the metal canteen with everything. Okay, what else I got hanging here? Just more carabiners for hanging other things. Alright, so hanging underneath it here, this is some Tyvek. Now on the other side, this side's primarily white. The other side, I took a lot of old leftover paints and it's painted somewhat camouflage. And inside of that is what I thought maybe was a wool blanket. It was actually one of my drop cloths, but it's fairly thick, bulky, and seems like something that can keep you pretty warm. Especially, and then when you got the Tyvek around it too to keep out moisture, and then that's really good. Okay, now that's part of my sleep system. In addition to that, what I have on the back of this pack, now this used to be, it had an air sac in there. This is actually a very cheap computer bag I bought many years ago for like $18 or $19 at Walmart. And I tell you, I look around now, you got to spend a lot more. And I love this thing for all the pockets. I've had it for years. I've used it for carrying the computer, books, paperwork, some groceries at times. But anyway, I don't need to open this. Right here, this is my hammock. So this is another part of my sleeping system, whether I want to use it or not. I got it, and it packs very nicely in here, along with, I kept the old airbag. This airbag, it's inflatable, got the little nozzle like a beach ball here. This thing has been holding air for all the 8, 9, 10 years I've had this thing. So I decided to keep it in here, but I let the air out so that my hammock will fit in there. And I can still use this. I can inflate it and use it as a pillow, or I can use it to carry water in. So it's a very handy bag, multiple uses, so it's staying in here. Okay, so that's it for that. Now, over here on this outside pouch, just one of these little screen stretchy things, cargo netting light. I have a wind-up alarm clock. Hey, if the grid's down, you don't have your phone, you got things you want to or need to do, you got your time, and you got your alarm. All right, now, let's see what else we got here on the outside. Let's go here on this side. Okay, this is a lot of fire stuff. I have a Zippo style lighter. Had a bunch of these for years and years. I tell you what, for survival, this is good. You get you a tube, a bottle of lighter fluid, man, these things will last a long, long time. If your wick starts to burn down, you can pull it up. I keep extra flints in the bottom of this lighter, and I actually have more, which I will leave a whole bunch of in here. Of course, I got a bunch of dollar store lighters. I think these were only like $2 or something like that. I got in here a wind-up or a rechargeable flashlight, and this is one of these ones where you flip the switch and you can run it without the batteries. Another little cheap, maybe it was like a dollar store type item or some cheap place, but another nice thing to have. You need lighting. You're gonna need lighting. Anyway, I keep all that in here. All right, I'm gonna have to repack all this, which I need to do anyway. And so let's go down to the pouch below here. Okay. This is a sponge. It can be good for cleaning yourself up, or if you need to gather dew off your tent or off the wet grasses in the morning. This is a good way to gather the dew and then wring it out. And being a sponge, they'll fold up pretty tight compactly. So I have that in there, multiple use again. Also in here is a cheap knife. I bought a set of 10 knives for $10 years ago. Just kept them on display. So it's a $1 pocket knife. But you know what? I got all these razor sharp. They're cheap Chinese stainless. They don't sharpen super well, but they sharpen pretty good. So anyway, I got that knife in there. And that's in there with my fishing kit. Now, I don't want to open this up right now, but I tell you what, you'd be amazed at how much stuff is in here. And I got over 200 feet of line here. I've got all kinds of everything, swivels, bobbers, all kinds of hooks, leaders, lots of baits, even grease for a reel. Like I say, lots of fishing line. Because, if you go out there and all you got's a little bit of fishing line, things get snagged. You can lose your lures. You can lose your hooks. You need to have extra. Because I'm going to tell you, when you need to go out here, you better pack like you're going to need to survive for the next 3 to 4 years. That's where you need to look at it. And I will be having a video showing you why I say those things. I'm going to give you a bunch of scriptures. All right, in here, I have another lighter, and I have my Swiss Army knife. This thing's really handy. Got all kinds of goodies in there, Got the little saw, the corkscrew, the, what do you call it for your teeth? The toothpick, lots of blades, and I keep these very sharp also. And it's got the little minor tools you may need for emergency things, your screwdrivers, the awl, those sort of things. Okay, so those things stay right here. And down below that, I haven't put anything in this net pocket yet. What do we got here? Oh, a whole bunch of duct tape. Yeah, duct tape can come in handy for a lot of things. No need to get into that right now, but it's a handy thing to have. Now, in addition to that, because I had arsenic poisoning many years ago, and it left me with a lot of problems, including vision problems. I have this case that some other glasses used to come in, and I got 3 pairs of extra, dollar store glasses in here, because they break pretty easy. I'll get in a bad situation, I gotta watch out for them so they don't get all messed up. So anyway, that's some of what's in there on the outside. Now, let's go up into here. This top zipper here. Okay, more of those automatic easy light fire starters. Since just about all of my stuff is AAA, I got a bunch of AAA batteries and everything else is already loaded up. I got some razor blades, little pack of razor blades. I've been in the construction business for years. I got plenty of razor knives, come in real handy. I got lots of razor blades, but I have these in here now, set up ready for emergency. And you can't carry but so much anyway. I have other things packed. Be tough to carry. Now I weighed this about a week ago, and it was 29.3 pounds or something, 29.4. Since I've taken out a little and added, I think it's over 30 pounds now. My big concern is, like I said, this was an inexpensive pack. I just hope that these shoulder straps will hold up. I'm considering having a seamstress strengthen that up a little. Now here, this is my water carrier. This is a hot water bottle. Holds a good bit of water. Packs in here very nicely. I got a couple hoses here of different sizes that I can use if I need to get to certain things, including water. What else I got in here? Oops. Oh, is this cologne? Oh no, this is insect repellent. I took, actually no, I'm sorry. This one's rubbing alcohol. Now, I do have insect repellent somewhere in here. My preference for that would be Avon Skin So Soft, because it's not dangerous for you. In fact, here it is here. I generally take it, it's in a little spray bottle, dilute it with water. You don't want to use those things with DEET and all that stuff. That stuff will kill you. Here's a comb. What else I got in here? I had all these other things in here. Oh, here's another bottle. Right now, I'm not sure what's in that one. Let's see. This one's not spraying. I don't know. That smells like that. That could be some more rubbing alcohol. There's plenty of purposes for that. It can help you with fire starting, help you with cleansing wounds. Probably a couple other things down in here, but I'll show you. That's my water bladder. And if need be, I can, while going, zip this thing up, put that hose down in there, and run it around to my mouth where I can drink as needed. Right down in here, I've got a large contractor trash bag. I got 50 feet of paracord in here, this little bag. A little New Testament with Psalms and Proverbs. You're going to need something to keep you out there. Don't forget there's a God. In here is a bunch of homemade fire starters that work real good. These I took lint, cotton balls, put Vaseline on them, and then dipped them all into wax. So they work pretty good. And here's another 50 feet of paracord. Okay, now, speaking of paracord, I'll have to show you this. I skipped right over it. Right over here, at the bottom of my sleeping system here, I have another 75 feet of a much heavier rope. This can come in handy for a lot of things. I actually have 2 of these, but only one is packed. I have other things set up in different places ready to go. Okay, so I think that kind of takes care of the outside. Now let's see what I got inside here. Oh boy. Alright. I have right in here a 9'4" by 11'4" camouflage tarp. That's for my shelter or ground cloth if I don't need overhead cover. I got some very good leather gloves with some, I think they're Kevlar gloves also, which I put inside of them to save space. I have, this is 2 boxes that were MREs. Now, you know, I've taken out a bunch of things to put in there. Plus, they've got a bunch of more of the fire starting equipment. They have herbs and spices in there, and enough food to keep me going for 2 or 3 days each. And then the rest of this in here is clothes. I got this rain jacket right on the top. It folds up fairly light. It's got a liner in it. But what's good about this and why it's in the top, if I happen to run into rain, I can easily attach this over my sleeping bag, use this, my pack, and use the sleeves to tie it on here, and I'm good to go. Alright, and I have another light, a headlamp. Of course, headlamps are very handy. You know, when you need your hands to do something, like I said, I got carabiners all over this thing for hanging extra stuff on there. Alright, now, and here's something else. You might find this interesting. Like I said, I have a lot of leftover paints. I had this jumpsuit, you know, it's pants in the long sleeve thing, a little hot for the summertime, but I've just taken lots of paints and made it look camouflage. And the same with the pants that go to it. And they're wrapped tightly. I was able to stuff them into this bag to keep them compressed. I don't know if you can see the camo colors on there, but it actually looks pretty good. Now, in addition to this stuff in my sleeve, oh, and here's I think the guy said that this is underwear, a t-shirt, and a pair of socks, all rolled up tightly into here. And you take your t-shirt, fold it up, put your underwear in there, roll it up, take your socks, put them over the ends. Keeps everything together and tight. Alright, what else in here? I think for now, that's about it. One thing that I really do need, of course, like I said, ever since this city and county, oh, and I do have other things that I haven't put in here yet. Now, I will be adjusting stuff, but there's one thing that I really am lacking, and it's a very important thing, and I know what I want. I just, like I say, I've been broke because of what this city and state have done to me. But I want to get a nice knife, because you need a good bushcraft knife. A knife is a very important tool. Okay, but that's it for this bag here. Hope you liked it. Hope you might even learn something from it. I almost wish it was a bigger, better bag, but it's a little heavy. Actually, my biggest concern is the way that this is stitched on here. I would hate to have my shoulder straps come busting out of there. Well, I hope you like it. If you want to see more, like if you want to see some of what's in my little kits, I'll gladly show them to you. But keep in mind, when you set up your bag, you need to consider not just getting by for a couple of days, but being able to survive off of what you have in there. And I'm talking, you better be able to survive for over 3 years. I don't want to get into all of the things that I want to cover in a video on Should Christians Bug Out. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a bunch of things that the scriptures say, and then you make up your own mind. But I'm letting you know right now, you need to be prepared. You need to pray. God says to pray that you be accounted worthy to escape these things, because these things are coming, and you're not going to get just raptured out of here before these things come. You know, see my video on the rapture. That's a big friggin' lie. So times are going to be tough, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be tough. And not many will survive. But I hope that you're one of them. And I hope that even if you should be killed, that you die for the sake of Christ. And that you're saved. And that then I can see you again when we all get together with our maker. Okay, I hope the video did you some good. Oh shoot, there's also, I missed it, there's a multi-tool in here. And a couple other things. I don't know how I missed them. I don't want to have to pull everything out of this side, but yeah, it's pretty good in there. Okay, that's all for now, folks.